Yesterday, I made a video saying that all the recruiters I know love to place people. They want to fill roles. They're not out there to provide a negative experience. Inevitably, I had this comment come up which says, "Why do recruiters ghost people?" So let's talk about this. I want to premise this though by two things. Number one, ghosting in my definition is when there's been communication both ways. So DMing a recruiter and not hearing back is not ghosting. Applying to lots of jobs and not hearing back, that's not ghosting. If you've had communication with the recruiter, whether it's an email, a text, whether you've gone through the interview process, at that point, there's been communication both ways. If you try to reach out to the recruiter and they don't reach back out, then it's ghosting. I also want to say that I'm not in any way advocating ghosting, but we're looking at why does ghosting happen. The second thing we need to look at is the two types of recruiters. So you've got agency recruiters that work for companies that help other companies recruit. Their pay is typically tied into how many placements they get. So they have a limited amount of time and they're only going to focus their time on candidates they know that they're going to be able to place. So the moment they know that they can't place you, they're unlikely to spend any more time. Internal recruiters, on the other hand, they might just be stretched really thin, but it's the same thing. When I look at how recruiters are compensated, there's nothing in there about providing a good candidate experience. It's all about filling positions, filling open roles. So when we look at why does ghosting happen, it's because companies don't incentivize recruiters not to ghost people. Simple as that. If they paid recruiters on candidate experience, we would see a lot less ghosting. Unfortunately, that's not where any of the compensation comes from. Ghosting also happens because people are lazy and there's poor workflow or a poor process in place. The truth is, though, it's not going away. And I actually think as a society, ghosting doesn't just happen in the recruiting process. It happens in the sales process. If you're in sales, you know what I'm talking about. And it also happens with candidates. Candidates ghost recruiters. Really, a lot of times people are getting ghosted because the recruiter doesn't want to give the candidate bad news. So instead of giving them bad news and having to face the fact that they might disappoint someone, they'd rather ghost them, which in my mind is worse. This is a huge complex issue as well. Probably need more than 3 minutes to discuss it, but hopefully that helps.